Welcome back, Collective. Welcome back to Shadow Work Week. Welcome to part one series of our Shadow Work 4-part series for this week. Collective, come in. So let's get started. Welcome back, all of my current subscribers. Thank you guys for all of your love and support of the channel. Thank you guys for allowing me to go through the healing journey with you and allow me to support you as we learn together. All right, collective. So let's see what the strongest shadow work energies are in the collective right now that we need to address. So we start out with closed-minded. Let's talk about those things, collective, that keep us blocked and learn how to heal from them so that we can remove them and we can start to bring in and attract in the things that we desire from our heart space. So we have closed-minded, we have wholeness, includes cracks, we have soul mirrors, we have invisible one, and we have also self-sabotage to start. So a lot of strong topics, a lot of topics that are really, really common within each of us as a person or within our family dynamics, right? Within our romantic partnerships. So closed-minded, when I think of closed-minded energy, it's the unwillingness to consider another's perspective or to even entertain a new idea. This is about being more open and receptive. A lot of the times the older generations, our parents, our family before us, our grandparents, have a very closed-minded perspective, especially sometimes when it depends on the culture, right? Cultural differences do matter in this situation. So I know that in my collective, I talk to an array of people from different cultural groups, and I am very mindful of that. And I also love that fact at the same time, because at the end of the day, we are all still people dealing with the human experience, and we have the same emotions, right? We have also been through quite a bit of the same type of trauma, even if we've experienced it differently. But when you have a closed mind, it is hard to adapt. It creates this blockage within your life, within your dynamic. It's almost like you create a ceiling and you're telling yourself that you only can go so far because that is what everybody else has always done. And that's what traditionally we always do. But when you do that, you limit yourself. You limit your potential for growth. Okay. So this is about encouraging, creating, and allowing a new perspective, new ideas, removing that glass ceiling that blocks you from growing as tall as, Jack and the Beanstalk. Somebody's name could be Jack, the letter J could be significant, beans could be significant to you, but growth is important, but you only can grow so far when you are limited in your mindset. You cannot manifest with a closed mind, okay? Wholeness includes cracks, imperfection, tenderness, and humanity. This is about allowing and understanding that perfection is an illusion. You are perfect in your imperfections, is what I like to say. The goal is to find someone that is okay with our flaws, including ourselves, and still loves us the same, because they realize that those flaws are only minor significance to who we truly are in our heart space and in our mind, right? You cannot be perfect in any way, shape, or fashion living a human experience. Life doesn't allow perfection. I feel like working towards being better is about working on getting yourself in alignment, mind, body, and spirit. When you are in alignment, that is the closest to perfection as you are going to get. And that is a choice that you make. Okay. But allow people to be perfect in their imperfections. Stop judging other people based on past mistakes, based on their appearance, based on, them stepping outside of tradition or what's usually, done within a family dynamic. You can be whole and have cracks too, collective. soul mirrors. Others reflect your own relationship with yourself. So some of us in the collective are Hyokis, empaths, where you reflect back to others their behavior. And this is something that most people don't expect, but it is a way of learning. It is a way of seeing yourself more clearly. It is a way of learning what hurts and what needs to be healed from. This is about having an open heart, and healing that union within self, right? And sometimes this is going to happen when you meet your counterpart. They reflect onto you the type of love that you wish you had or that you didn't have. It creates this trigger, and it can make us angry when it is reflected back towards us, but is meant to be a lesson. It's meant to teach us something. Invisible one, shrinking, hiding, fear of being seen. Some people have a fear of being noticed, of being recognized, and I think that comes from judgment. It has to come from judgment because we are not born with this fear. We are not born with a fear of people noticing us or things that we do. But if we are judged, if we are ridiculed starting at a very young age, we become very insecure about who we are as a person. And this creates that fear of being noticed. It makes people want to shrink in the background. It makes people want to not be noticed because they feel if they're noticed less, then they're ridiculed less. This is not a way to live life, living in this type of fear. It's unfortunate, again, because this is a childhood trauma. This is something that can start from a very young age. And it's just about understanding, not allowing others to project their negative energy or perceptions onto us. Then we have self-sabotage. This is a huge one. This is a very common one. People do this very often in their lives, within their connections, their relationships. Procrastination is one of the main ways to self-sabotage, along with avoidance. If you have important connections in your life, it's important to address the elephant in the room. If you make a mistake or make a bad choice, don't procrastinate on trying to address the issue and trying to reconnect with the person if you truly care for them. Because when you create procrastination, it creates space, and then it creates negative self-talk. And the longer it takes to take an action towards something that you truly care for, then the more that you will get talked out of doing it, or people around you will say, just let it go, man. Don't worry about it. It's not that important. And you will begin to listen to the external talk about a situation because you feel it's easier to not address it. And also, there is a fear of failure undermining your success of a situation. So fear of failure, procrastination, and negative self-talk creates this self-sabotaging energy. You have to move past your fear. You have to learn to be resilient and push through no matter what's going on, if it's something you truly love and want in your life, instead of avoiding it. It's okay to avoid situations, people, places that do not serve your highest good, but it's not okay to avoid confrontation or progress because you're afraid of failure. Two different things. Overreacting. Flooded panic, past echoes. People who are overreactors. Well, there's two different ways you can look at someone who's overreacting. I feel like sometimes people who overreact, it's because of the attention that they need. It is a level of manipulation that people use in order to make others feel guilty or feel insecure about a decision that they've made. People who act out like that, especially publicly, it's an intention. It's for the attention. It is because there is a void there that they're trying to fulfill. It is because maybe they did not get enough attention as a child. And overreacting, maybe when they were younger, used to get them what they wanted because maybe their parents just wanted to get them to be quiet, so they would give in to their overreacting. This is part of this energy. The other part of this comes from not understanding the right perspective on a situation and jumping to conclusions. And so there is overreacting. There is a level of imbalance within the emotional state of that particular individual who is overreacting or is easily an overthinker, or takes things too far to the next level too quickly. Okay. Positive change. Look at that. I like it. Transform your pain into strength and empower yourself. Ascension, evolution, freedom. These are all things that are choices collective that you can make. I say this on this channel, as you guys know, often, every single day. Every single day you wake up out of your dream or out of your deep sleep, REM sleep, dream state, and that first breath that you are consciously making is a gift. It is something given by God, giving you another chance to start again. You always have a choice to move towards something positive, positive change, transformation, to take the pain that you've experienced, even if you are in the middle of it, and try to learn something from it. Allow it to teach you something about your own feelings, your own emotions, your own choices, the direction that you actually want to go in. There is so much knowledge in the pain that we all experience, but most of the time people only focus on how it feels. So we sit in the dwelling of how it feels, not allowing it to change our direction in a positive way. We allow the pain to fester and turn into vengeance and anger and depression and sadness and anxiety and overthinking. We allow it to boil up and be suppressed until there is a blow up, instead of trying to figure out the lesson, why it happened, what was the purpose of it, and how you can turn it into your own empowerment for positive change. Fear of success, self-sabotage, visibility pressure, fear of expansion. So many people have a fear of success. People who are used to having to get it out of the mud, people who are used to growing up in poverty or with very little, have a fear of actually being successful. And as crazy as it sounds, because in our society, people chase success and money and fame and recognition, clout, to the point of their own detriment. People sell out all the time, sell out for money, their soul for money, for things that don't mean anything once you have them. But there are some people who actually fear that level of abundance, of success, of true success, that they self-sabotage it. They are so concerned about the opinions of others that they forget about their own opinion of themselves. Instead of leaning into self-love and doing something that they feel confident about, expressing themselves in a way that makes them feel good about themselves, people shy away from their authenticity because they feel that nobody will understand them. Well, who is nobody? Because in a planet full of 8 billion people, I'm sure there's somebody who is going to understand you, even if the masses do not. And if the masses do not, who cares? As long as you understand who you are. Self-love is just that, understanding who you are. You don't need to be validated by anybody else to give yourself love. You don't need to be validated by anybody else to receive love, especially from the Most High, especially from the universe, your spirit team, your ancestors, unless, you've pushed them away and chosen the dark side. that's a personal issue. But this is why I'm here, because a lot of people don't understand the consequences of their choices. To fear success is to not be confident in who you are deep down. It is saying to the universe that you don't deserve abundance. And even though you might feel like you want it, you don't believe it. The universe is going to take heed to whatever energy you put out towards it. So if you don't believe it, then the universe can't believe it. But if you start to believe in yourself and can give yourself love and show yourself love, and even if it takes practice to get to the right mindset of believing in yourself, see, the universe will follow suit. It is not biased. This is why karma and justice, the scales being balanced, is not biased. The universe is going to balance the scales regardless of what the situation is and who it is. So what are your strengths and abilities, collective, that you need to help you? Okay. Yeah. Sacred union. And this is about union with self as well. This is exactly what I was just talking about. Thank you for the confirmation. Spirit, the powerful forces are uniting. Two powerful forces, whether in a relationship or within yourself. This union brings energy and growth. Embrace this connection. It will lead to deeper understanding and transformation. Clarity. Yes, clear vision is leading you forward. Have you been feeling uncertain about who you are? What else, Spirit? Enlightenment. Beautiful. Enlightenment. This is the energy that is coming in for the collective. There's so many people going through their awakenings right now because they are starting to accept that they truly need to be committed to themselves. Because commitment is the key to long-term success. And commitment is not just about marriage, but it doesn't also involve marriage as well. But if you're hesitating to make a decision, commit fully to a path. You have a choice every single day you wake up and God gives you your first conscious breath. And once you truly commit to a path and you are fully on path, you will see the results of your dedication. But the choice starts with you, collective. Recognition. You deserve to acknowledge your accomplishments. Don't be so hard on yourself. Everybody has accomplishments, things to be proud of in regards to themselves. Whether that is your healing within yourself, that is a major accomplishment. Even if there is no true trophy for it, collective, you should be proud of the crown because it's heavy. And to go through the healing process and break generational curses in and of itself is a true accomplishment that nobody talks about enough. I don't think. It is the prize. The peace that you gain is the prize. Your soul coming back to self is the prize. Open this moment. This is a time to be open and for new possibilities. Are you ready to embrace them? Stay open to new experiences, and you might find unexpected opportunities come towards you. You can't have fear of success or guilt that you're holding on to that probably doesn't belong to you. But even if it does, it's time for you to forgive yourself, collective. It is time to not allow yourself to be held back by the guilt that you feel. You're carrying such a heavy weight from your past decisions. And yes, while they created the path that you are on right now, you again can always change the direction you are going in. Forgive yourself and move forward. Only then can you truly start to grow. Telepathy. Some of you guys have a very strong intuition, and it is connecting you to others. A very strong very, very strong connection telepathically to other people. Again, I'm talking to a group of empaths for sure that are in my collective. So pay attention to the subtle connections. They could also help you with answers. Okay. True love. Aw. I love this card because this is what heals all of this collective. If you really want to know the secret, true love, starting with the love of self, heals all of this. And it starts with you. And once you start with you, it creates a deeper connection with your own soul. Then your soul starts to search for the other energies that match it on the same frequency. The sun comes out. Your soul connection finds you. You have to trust that it's out there and that you deserve it. Stop self-sabotaging yourself to receive what you deserve. And once you start to trust that it's out there and remember to love yourself first, true love has nowhere else to go except towards you, collective. That is the secret. And be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself and show yourself grace as you heal, as you evolve. This is necessary. What is your spirit animal? The dolphin. Dolphin is a water spirit. So I could be talking to a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. In my collective, you can have these placements anywhere in your chart: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. Collective. So let's read about dolphin energy and what this energy entails and how it can help you with your shadow side collective. Innately intelligent, healer, light, and blessings. Well, that's how. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day and thus your life. So this is for my healers out there. This is for the collective that are empathic, that create change just by people being a part of your life. Wow. This is an indicator that a profound blessing is on its way to you, collective. When in balance, you are an active healer, strong spiritual practice. When you are out of balance, underestimates your own power to bring into balance like-minded spirits. Wow. So dolphin energy, I connect very strongly with that energy right now. Okay, let me get you your archangel. Beautiful. That's why it's so amazing to connect with you guys in the collective, because energy, it's never destroyed. It is only transferred from one person to another, one object to another. You have Archangel Anael, Taurus energy here. The colors blue and white are very significant. The number 6, born on the 6th, the month of June. Star of love and beauty, serene, reassuring, creative, love, sensuality, reflection, psychic ability. I help raise your vibration to the higher frequencies of joy and love to experience more passion in your life. Moonstone crystal is significant. Friday, developing romance. Again, true love. So if this is what you are working on attracting, you're trying to develop a romance with self and with another, Archangel Anael, the star of love and beauty, is who you can call on. Collective. Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, I'm going to get you guys a bonus shadow message. Okay. What's our bonus shadow and light message for the collective for this week? Number 27 could be significant. The number 9 could be significant. Born on the 27th, the month of September. Love is strange. Strange Valentine. Very significant for this month of February, with Valentine's Day coming up here very soon as well, collective. So let's see what this shadow and light message is as a bonus for the collective right now, and what you guys need to know. Love doesn't always look like we thought it would. Thank goodness. It's in the strange and the surprising that the sweetest loves can be found, as this odd little pair have found, much to one's joy, comfort, and delight. When this lovely pair, Strange Valentine, comes to visit, you are about to be gifted with love. Oh my gosh, you guys, confirmation. True love is on the way in this month of February for you guys in the collective. Wow. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Wow. You are going to be gifted with love, romance, and friendship from an unexpected, even unusual place. Don't let differences keep you apart, because they are what is drawing you together. And when you are as delicate and fragile as you can be, someone as strong and protective as this gorgeous, friendly Yeti can be just what you need. You may experience a massive surge in emotional energy and new romantic beginnings. So it's very likely you'll attract, encounter, or simply bump into someone who reawakens long lost feelings inside you and who may not be your type. Hooray! You'll wake up feeling bright, aware, dynamic, and sometimes feeling giddy with delight. This is very good news, collective. Love is indeed strange and wonderful. I love this bonus message. It fits so perfectly with this message. Working and coming into union with one's own soul, with one's own mind and heart, being in balance, it is going to attract in true love for you. And the love may not look like what you expect, but it will be exactly what you need. Collective, this month of February, love is very significant. This is not just about Valentine's Day either. This is the energy that is happening right now. We are still within the few days after this full moon in Leo, which is about leading from the heart, leaning into your passion and leading into love. Wow. Thank you, Spirit, for that confirmation. Beautiful way to end this message, especially when we're talking about shadow work. There is light at the end of the shadow, as long as you choose to heal, collective. Confirmation is right here. Thank you so much for being with me again. Shadow Work Series Part 1, collective. I will see you shortly over in Shadow Work Part 2. But if this is where I leave you, have an amazing rest of the week. And until next time, you guys. Bye.